Hello, lads, lasses, people with glasses, and of course, all of those in between. My name, in case you didn't already know, is Dexter, and welcome to the Low Energy Livestream, which is Low Energy Livestream part 21, I think. Yes, part 21. And today, I think I've actually gathered together a reasonable amount of information for you. So, hopefully the show goes all right. So I'll just give people a little while for to get tuned in there. So see, sometimes at the beginning of the show, I see people drop out and drop back in and stuff, and I take it that that's probably with the fact that the show's like tuning in and stuff and whatever. Which, now that I mention it, doesn't seem to be working on my computer. There we go. Now I can see what is actually going on, what you can see. The wall's changed, don't like it, unsubscribe. Yes, today I thought I would have something different on, so this is one of the few electrodes that I actually own. It's my E-Tech 3. However, of course, you know, I wouldn't feel right if I didn't actually have a pump on the wall, so of course, yes, I have got the traditional Sterling on the wall there. But yes, that is, of course, my E-Tech 3 with the custom paint job by Chandy Man. I got it from Chandy Man, so I'm assuming that he was the one that actually did the paint job. I could do with a new gem for it to go in there, but that's not important. But yes, that is the fabled Fugly E-Tech that I finally got it back a couple of weeks ago. In fact, it was Colin, it was at your birthday game when I got that back. So that had been away for a while. I haven't had it for a good period of time. But this is the Fugly E-Tech that when I got it, I paid £25 for it, I think it was, because it was broken, with a few donated spare parts from Mr. Wong. This was then back up and running, and I sold the bag for 15. I sold the bag that it came in for a tenner, so effectively I paid £15 for that marker, and it is a perfectly fine marker. I didn't mind the fact that it looked ugly at the time. Anyway, right. Right, let's see what people are saying then. It would seem that for some reason my screen has frozen. So I'm going to refresh that. And why aren't you working? There we go. It's working again. Right. So then, what we're saying. Right. So, Gassy, glutton for punishment, so you're back. Well, welcome back, Gassy. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for supporting my show. It's always appreciated. Hello, Colin, and hello, Ben, as well. Gassy, let's talk airsoft. Well, let's have your opinions. Was it last weekend that you were away playing airsoft and that you're actually trying, the forbidden fruit? How was it? What do you think? See, I think I've said before, but I tried it and I wasn't a huge fan. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. There wasn't really the fear there, not for me anyway. Yes, Albert. But hey, Albert, don't you have an E-Tech? I'm pretty sure that you have an E-Tech as well. And anyway, welcome to the show. So Ben, airsoft not that good then. Colin, yeah, my Winchester is cool. Yeah, Winchester is cool, Colin. But I think you need to definitely work on cycling your shots a bit faster. You can definitely get the rate of fire up faster on that Winchester. The wall's changed. Don't like it. Unsubscribes. Yes. Well, bye. But don't come back. Come back. I can put different stuff on next week. Then again, the wall. You may not be able to see the wall next week. Things may be changing this weekend. I might be working on some stuff this weekend, and if I do, you may not see the wall anymore. That's the best I can give you at the moment, because unfortunately I am terrible at organisation. So there's it's quite likely that nothing will happen. But so no promises, but something may indeed change. Nope, they are watching the kittens of YouTube, right? It's an E-Tech. It should only be worth £5 anyway. When I bought it, these were actually still reasonably expensive. not as expensive as it was when I bought my original E-Tech 3, but and what I want to do now about the E-Tech 20. So this is probably worth the $5 now, to be fair. All right, what else? Oh, that yes, Tony shit. Colin, no Pump Fury T-shirt either. It's, I think, no, it should be in me drawers somewhere. I normally just do the show in whatever T-shirt I've been wearing throughout the day, and I've recently gotten new T-shirts, like new work T-shirts, so I'm actually uniformed up when I go into work now. So I'm not cycling through my T-shirts as much as I used to anymore. So the Pump Fury T-shirt will see the show again, but I can't promise when. But it is there, and I do appreciate that T-shirt a lot. It's and talking of the T-shirts, Colin, how far and wide have those T-shirts spread now? Because last time I spoke to you, it sounded like those T-shirts were definitely getting out there. Should be every week. Colin, people would get bored if I wore the same T-shirt every week. Anyway, if I wear the same T-shirt every week, how will I ever show off the T-shirts that I plan on having at some point? I need to sort out selling my own T-shirts. I need to start merchandising myself, because who doesn't want a little ginger guy on a T-shirt? Craig, let's see. I won't be leaving paintball for it. So you didn't enjoy it that much. Did you do what was said though? Did you find out that airsofters love the paintball style of play? Yes, they absolutely love. They love paintball as their style of play. Ben, no, she hasn't booted us into the neighbour's garage. When neighbours do have a garage, but they don't have space in it. But no, that isn't the plan. But there is a plan in the process, in the works. So yes, we shall see how this goes. And next week's show may be a complete and utter farce, or at least more than normal. But it should be fun. It should be interesting. We're gonna learn this together, and it's gonna be it shall be an experience. Albert, yes, an E-Tech 3, and it stays in the case where it belongs. Well, this is it. I nearly always have that in my bag. It doesn't take up much space. It's nice and lightweight, and it nearly always works. So I like to carry it in my kit bag, because if all else fails, or if I just get sick and I can't be bothered playing pump, then I can play semi. It's an option, but it just rarely ever sees daylight, which I do feel kind of bad about, because I really bought it because I intended on kind of getting back into playing tournament paintball, and then just never did. I think I played one proper tournament event with it, and that was even then it was just like a sort of a friendly tournament. So, and yes, that Unitech barrel is the barrel that I originally got when I first got into tournament paintball. Well, sorry, not when I first got into tournament paintball. It's the barrel that I got when I was a sponsored player for Newcastle Lockdown. Yes, we were at one point we were a Warped sponsored team. So it was the one and only time I've ever been sponsored in paintball. It was United Carlton, which were a printing company, I think. I didn't organise the sponsor, so it was United Carlton, Warped, and someone else were the sponsors. I should probably dig out my sponsored jersey at some point and see if it even still fits. My custom-made jersey from Newcastle Lockdown. That was and Headshot Designs. I think they also did MMA clothing. I'm pretty sure they sponsored me as well, because I actually had a sponsored T-shirt at one point that I wore on a night out when I was about 19 or 20 or something like that. And lying on the ground in the middle of the street, one of my mates tried to drag us, and there ripped holes in it. Yeah. It was great. Right then, let's drop over onto something here. Thank you very much for that, Gassy. I'll have a look at that in a moment. I'll have a proper look at that in a moment. But first things first, guys. I want to get the where you can play this weekend out of the way, and then we can crack on with just sitting and chatting for the rest of the show, and trying to go over the talking points of tonight. So, but yes, thank you very much for that, Gassy. I will definitely go over that. Right. Yes, I know, but yeah, I know, Colin, it should be every week. But yes, answering my question of where you've sent your t-shirts so far, Hawaii, USA, Canada is where the next batch is going. Now that is pretty cool, man. For to make yourself for to make up some t-shirts and for to get them out that far around the world that's pretty awesome. That's really cool. Right then. Anyway. So, first event to talk about today is the PPK Walk-On, which, for those that don't know the abbreviation, that is Paintball Park Kidderminster, which I've said about this before. Paintball Park Kidderminster seems to be, apparently they've been a site that has been around for a very long time, but all of a sudden they've just blown up out of nowhere, and they are getting good numbers. They're getting a lot of players that turn up for their walk-ons. They've got monthly walk-ons. I think they quite often have a mini walk-on, and they also have a Magfed game. I think it's about once a month. But this weekend coming up, they just have a regular walk-on. There is no entry fee, but however, it is side paint only. The side paint options are Tomahawk Zero for £40 a box, or Tomahawk Competition or GI 3-star for £45 a box. Again, because the entry fee is included in that, the entry fee is pretty much included in that. I think that is actually a very reasonable price to pay. They do also have on site, they've got a shop, and they've obviously got parking facilities. They've got struggling to think here. They've also got your kit area is undercover, so you're not having to worry about standing out in the rain. They also have proper toilets on site. Yeah, thanks very much for that one, Gassy. I was struggling there. Yes, so they also have that on site. If you book online, if you want to go down there and play, if you book in online in advance, you get a free Domino's and drink. And Lucia Wood Photography is going to be on site taking photographs for the day, and those photographs will be up for free after the event. Just give them a little bit of time for to actually upload them. I know us paintballers, we're not the most patient of fans or players or whatever you want to call it. So, but yes, try and give her a little bit of time for to get the photos up. Next up, we have we're going back to Airsoft in it, kinda here. District 23 are hosting Commando Tactics. This coming Sunday. It's £40 per person. Now, this is for a morning and an afternoon session. There's two separate sessions, a morning session and an afternoon session. The morning session is 0900 till 1300, so that is 9 till 1, and 1400 till 1800, so that is 2 o'clock till 6. Now, your £40 only buys you access to one of these sessions, and it is open to 20 people per session, over 16s only. Now, this is open to both airsoft players and paintballers. However, it is using airsoft equipment because this is a training session, not a proper game. The training is being provided by former and serving UK Special Forces and Royal Marine Commandos. What the training is going to cover? Who the fuck is up at 9 a.m? I know, Ben. The training is going to include fighting from doors, room entry, formations and corridor drills, also torch, grenade, flashes and movement at night, and there is other stuff going to be covered in the training sessions as well. So if you're a Magfed player especially, or if you're into your tactics and all that sort of stuff, and you're not just a running guns blazing sort of player, which unfortunately I am, this could be something that could be quite cool for you. Now, it doesn't matter if you're an airsoft player or if you're a paintballer, this stuff is going to be... you can transfer it from one to the other and vice versa. It should be a really good session anyway. And for the fact that you're going to be getting to be trained by genuine special forces it is, and Royal Marine Commandos, it's something that is pretty cool. What's that you saying, Gassy? Airsoft must be backdoor entry. Well, I'm not making any comments. I just report the news. I don't make it yet. Just wait until I'm rigging stories to then report on afterwards. Right, next up, there is the Bristol Paintball Walk-On. Again, this is this Sunday. I believe it's being held at Cribs. Games start at 10, site open from 9, which is pretty standard. It is £40 entry with a box of paint, or £30 bring your own. However, it's all got to be peg paint. You know, there's no oil based or anything like that. Unfortunately, fortunately, most paints nowadays aren't oil based, so that's pretty good. Right, extra paint is £30 a box. So it does, with that event, there wasn't any reference on what the paint was, but I'm guessing for about £30, it's probably going to be something that's roughly mid-range. So it should be reasonable. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to find much information about this one short notice because, of course, as always, I have kind of left this to the last minute. But there is round 2 of the UK Woodland Masters. It's being held at Hollandbush Paintball, West Sussex. Again, that is this Sunday. If you are interested in that, if you head over to, if you go over to Facebook, contact Oliver Fulbrook. I believe he's organising the Mechanical Masters, or at least he's involved with it. I think. Now, if I've gotten that wrong and anyone can give us better information on that, please feel free to correct us, and I will, of course, rectify that. We also have an open training session at Bricketwood. So if you're looking for somewhere to go down and you want to do some training, but this time you want to do some sub-air training, Bricketwood is hosting something there that you can go down and take part in. Open training session, so just rock up with your gear, pay your entry fee, which unfortunately I can't tell you because I don't know, and get out there and go and have a game. And maybe learn something. Well, that's the thing, Ben. There is also Mechanical Masters Northern, which is, of course, the Mechanical Masters. The Woodland Masters obviously is a different thing. I thought they're two connected. I thought they were connected, just not the same. Obviously, if I've gotten that wrong, please somebody feel free to correct us so that I can then correct that on here. What I can do, okay, what Masters? I'll quickly see what I can find here. So I don't want to feed you wrong information. So I think I have got something in here. Where to play this weekend? I do have a link to the UK Woodland Masters in the description down below. So if you are interested in the Mechanical Masters, not the Mechanical Masters, sorry, the UK Woodland Masters, there is a link in the description down below. Please go down, check it out, and if you're in the area, go play the event. But finally, as I was saying, there is also the Mechanical Masters Northern, which is Oliver Fulbrook. I believe he's running the event. It is £20 entry, I think. It is £25 a box, and feet per second limit is 280. It is open to mechs only and semi-automatic only. So no response triggers, no full auto, nothing like that. It is literally one pull, one ball, and that's it. Right, now, unless I have gotten anything wrong then, there's anything that anybody would like to add, that is what is open this weekend. Just normal walk-ons and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to jump straight in and do the big game shout-outs as well, since we're already talking about events. And we can get those out of the way. Right. So, the first one, now the reason I want to do that, one pull, one ball. Ooh, yes, indeed. Right, in fact, I'm going to drop over to the comments first here and just see if, in case I missed anything with that last stuff. Right, what we've got. Albert. Did training once with serving Paris and it was interesting, but not for me. Well, that's understandable. I think it is something that is catered... Sorry. I think it is something that is more catered towards the Milsim players, the Magfed players, and airsofters. Well, just airsofters in general, really. But if it would be something I'd be interested in taking part in a way, but I really don't think that my playstyle would really mesh with that. And I tend to find, personally, to me, I think that okay, in CQB, maybe there is a lot more military tactics can be involved. But I think one of the big things with paintball is that obviously, there is no recoil. There's no fear of death. So you can do stuff in paintball like you would never even consider doing in a real steel sort of situation. And I think that affects your performance in those two instances a lot more. If there's actual fear of death, then there's the risk of you holding back. If your room clearance is sloppy, then, and that's also the fact that you're going up against people that aren't trained. But yeah, in those sort of instances, I got distracted there. Sorry, but yeah, if it's real steel sort of situations, I think that's going to affect how you perform a lot more than in a simulation sort of scenario, like for airsoft or paintball. So, but I do still think that it would be very interesting, and there is definitely going to be stuff there. I mean, like the idea of using torches and stuff. I find that could be very interesting in a. Like being taught how the paras do it, or how the UK Special Forces do it, or how the commandos do it. Because in my experience, whenever you turn on a torch in a paintball game, if it's a night game, you turn on a torch and it doesn't matter what side you are on, everybody shoots at you. So it'd be very interesting to see how those guys would deal with scenarios like that. One pull, one ball, yeah. One ball, Barlow, Pump Fury. Colin did training at Warfighters Kill House back in the day. We just smoked the shit out of each other and then got lost. Yeah. I'm trying to think. It was Call to Duty years ago. We were playing, I think it was around 2011 or something. We had to defend the hotel in Sennybridge. And I was right upstairs on the top floor, and it got to the point where it was that smoked out that the refs came in to evacuate it. They just went, right, you have lost. You haven't held it. You have been smoked out. And it was like, I'm staying up here and I'm hanging out of a window because I can't breathe. I couldn't get down the stairwell. It was just, nah, I'll just wait. I'll just wait till the smoke goes. 9 viewers. Well, welcome. Thank you very much. Dr. Rush, 8 people watching and only 2 likes. Do it. Well, we're up to 4 likes now, but is 8 people watching and 2 likes good or bad? I don't know. I'm feeling the need to order some prints to go on your wall for these. Well, I think some prints would be quite cool. I think there's obviously space here, but That's the other one there, Colin. Yeah, as well. We'll get that in a minute. But yeah, like a nice frame with some prints in it could be really nice on the wall there. Although I'm starting to get to the point where I'm kind of wondering how much my wife is. Cause I have got another pegboard that was supposed to be going on the wall here, but I'm kind of wondering how much more my wife's going to take before she divorces us. If I start putting more stuff on the wall. If I start putting more stuff on the wall, I might get in trouble. So I suppose if it was just a nail with for a photo frame or something, I could get away with that probably. But yeah, some prints could be cool. I mean, some of the artwork that you've been producing, mate, is brilliant. I'm really loving these event posters that you're making. I'm laughing at Albert there. Yeah, I'm laughing at Albert laughing at me. At least I'm assuming that's laughing at me. But yeah, mate, some of the stuff and if you didn't know about Prometheus in advance, the fact that you produced that artwork so fast for the Prometheus event, that was brilliant, man. That was great. If only you could send an Arshucks meme, you would. Yeah. Well, this is it. I'm trying to cut back on the amount of gushing over other YouTubers that I do when I'm doing this stuff, but I'm not very good at it. All right then. So anyway, I said I was going to do the big game shoutouts, and I suppose I better get onto it, because I've got 2 big game shoutouts that I'm doing this week. One is for a game that is going on this weekend. Yeah, well, that's it. Anybody that's in the chat now, if you haven't already subscribed to Artwood, go over and check his stuff out. Go over and check his Facebook page out, because he produces great content. And Dr. Rush is in here as well. And again, Dr. Rush is another one that both those guys, both Artwood and Dr. Rush, produce great content. It is far better than what I produce. Go check them out. Go have a look. Give them a subscribe. Give them a like on their Facebook pages, and just consume what they're producing, because those guys really do put in a lot of effort into what they're doing. But anyway, right. Loves you some Rush content. Well, that's it. I was saying last week, and I don't think Dr. Rush was around at the time, but if he had been a little bit earlier, he would have been my one and only video shout out for last week. No, I know you're laughing about Artwood's monstrosities. That's not very nice. But so what I was saying, Dr. Rush, he uploaded a video about half an hour before I was due to start my live stream. And if I'd had a chance to sit down and watch that properly, he would have been my one and only video shout out for last week. Because his video was great quality, and he always produces great quality content. And the bloke doesn't have as many subscribers as he should have, and that is disgrace. He's both put in so much effort into your videos, and you deserve to have more people watching your stuff. It's just not right that YouTubers that do put in effort don't get subscribes, and people that do put in or don't put in effort, I think I've said this right, and people that don't put in effort they get shitloads of subscribers, and they get shitloads of notoriety and stuff, when the people that deserve it, at least in my opinion, don't. Anyway, right, big game shoutouts. I will get onto the big game shoutouts. Right, so the first one I'm going to give a shout out to, because it is this weekend, so if you are free, get down, get yourselves in on it, is Band of Brothers, which is being held at Mayhem, Essex. The entry is £35, and for your £35, you get a day's play, including 500 winter paintballs, because for some reason it decided to snow today, which is... It's not right. We're 4 months into the year. Why is it snowing? Arrive at 9 AM. We have a heated up kit room, 16 playing fields with CQB urban areas, Russian battle tanks, planes, helicopters, and our legendary full stop. For some reason, it doesn't say what the legendary is. First strike are allowed, and we sell on site for £37.50 for a box of 100. Don't forget the Mayhem Big Game, which is the 23rd, 25th of August, for our awesome 3 days of paintball festival. Right, guys, if you are in the area this weekend, if you're near Essex, there's a great game there you can go and get involved in. And again, as I always say, come back, tell me what it was like, tell us if you enjoyed yourselves, and then we can hopefully pass that on to other people and get more people involved in games. Right, so second one, I'll just delete this tab here. Second one to talk about is Prometheus. Unfortunately, guys, this is sort of a talking point, and it is also a big game shout-out. Now, unfortunately, a big game I've shouted out a few times since the beginning of the year, Black Sheep Events, Valkyrie. Unfortunately, Valkyrie hasn't sold enough tickets to go ahead. I would have loved to have been able to attend this event myself, but unfortunately for me, it is too close to North versus South, and I just can't afford it, unfortunately. But it was a game that was supposed to be held at RAF Curtin in Lindsay, which is a fantastic site. It is a proper urban site. It hasn't been decommissioned for that long. It's possibly just been a couple of years. So the site is still very much almost livable. So, you know, you go to Sennybridge and they are just shells of buildings. You go to Curtin and Lindsay and the place has still got, you know, the chests of drawers and stuff in some rooms. It's still got inbuilt cabinets. There is bathrooms that have still got mirrors on the walls, sinks with taps fitted, toilets in place and everything. Of course, they're non-usable, but you've got all that stuff there. You know, there's still a kitchen that's still got all of the benches lined out and everything. There's an old bar. And now, yes, some of these rooms, they've obviously been stripped back of everything that is usable, but then there's still also been a lot of stuff that has just been left because there was no need for it to move it. So it is a fantastic site to go and play at. And like I said, for some reason, it's sad that Yeah, Craig. It's really sad that the event wasn't able to go ahead. However, to make the best out of a bad situation, OMG, which is the sister company to Black Sheep Events. Black Sheep Events being the sort of the scenario style events, OMG being the MagFed events. OMG have taken it over as a MagFed event. So, if we read this from the Prometheus Facebook page, hi guys, I appreciate that this is last minute. This event is supposed to be being held next weekend, so that is the 13th and 14th of April, at, as I said, RAF Curtin in Lindsay. Hi guys, I appreciate that this is last minute. We were going to run a Black Sheep scenario game here on this date, but unfortunately we've not got the support needed to make it work. So as the venue is already booked, we've decided to run an OMG game here instead. Got to try and salvage something from the wreckage. As it's last minute, ticket prices will be a lot cheaper than normal. So again, that's the other factor. This is actually going to be a cheaper event. As it's last minute, the ticket prices will be cheaper than normal. There will be on-site camping from the Friday night. Full weekend event is ticket price £55 for weekend if you pre-book, or £70 if you just turn up on the day. One day is £30 if you pre-book, or £45 if you just turn up. If you can book promptly, this will help him having to make. This will help him avoid him. There, I'm struggling to talk. This will help Paul avoid having a nervous breakdown. Tac caps and limited loaders are welcome for those guys that are committed to going, but still, for you guys that are committed to going but still want to play. So again, like I said, guys, go check this out. It's an absolutely fantastic site to go and play on. And if you want something where you're going to be fighting building to building, and you know you want all that CQB goodness, this is a fantastic site to get down and go and play at. Right. As well as that, now this is something that I do really love. Right. Now we've just heard Mayhem are selling a box of 100 First Strike for nearly £40. Right. So, if you book up and you want to go down and play the RAF Curtin Lindsay event, the Prometheus event, OMG Events are doing a raffle. For one lucky winner, you have a chance of winning a care package courtesy of Battle Gear UK. All you have to do is be one of the first 50 people to book, and you'll be awarded. You'll be added to a free raffle to have a chance to win this awesome care package. Now, I'm assuming that the prizes that are in the photo, or the items in the photo, are the prize. Which is, now like I said, Mayhem are selling a box of 100 First Strikes for £37. If you book up now to the Prometheus event, the raffle prize is a box of 250 First Strike rounds, some pyro, a set of gloves, and some patches by the looks of it. Now that is if that is what is awarded in the photo. If what's in the photo is what the prize is. But if that is the case, that's your entry fee right there. So one lucky person is basically going to get potentially. Now I'm not saying it is the case, but one lucky winner could potentially win their entry fee back in prizes. Book up, go play it. Right then, so now that I've talked about all those things, I'm going to remove that from my list there, and I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to respond to some comments. And welcome to the viewer. I saw somebody come in there. I saw I had 10 people in the chat, and you've gone. That makes me unhappy. But you don't know because you're gone. Right. What was I saying? Hey, I don't put much effort in, but money I do. What? Yeah, have I had more to drink than I think I have, and I didn't understand that? Or don't put much effort in, but money I do. I can't make sense of that. Sorry, Colin, but that's just not registering at the moment. Maybe it's in a bit. Quality over quantity is what I keep telling myself. Well, that's it, Artwood. I like your, I really do like your content, but I don't want to see the YouTubers that I love just become stereotypical YouTubers and that just pump content out for no better reason than to just make content and try and keep on top of algorithms. I'd rather see good quality content than just rubbish being uploaded for no reason. And then, funnily enough, I think Collins just covered it in the next one, in the next comment. The mass-produced clickbaity crap gets subs. The genuine good content doesn't. YouTube promotion system at work there. That's exactly it. It's YouTubers that just constantly recycle the same clips over and over and over again, and we've all seen those, and they get loads and loads of subscribers. You know, they talk about mundane shit. They talk about mundane rubbish, and they recycle clips. They do stuff like that, and they get shitloads of followers and shitloads of subscribers, and they get recognition and all that sort of stuff. And then the people that actually put in effort don't, which is terrible. But it's exactly how the YouTube algorithm works. If you don't post content regular, then you and I'm talking daily. You know, if you want to be a top end YouTuber, it seems the general consensus is that you've got to be you've got to be pumping content out all the time. I've just gotten a message from Ben there. Right, yes, right. Colin Ben says that I'm out of sync there. Am I really badly out of sync, or is it just a little bit? Because I know that obviously there is a delay on what I say to what yous hear. Like it takes me a while, like if I respond to something, you probably won't hear it for a couple of minutes or something. I think it's so many seconds anyway. So Ben, thankfully, has translated for us. My mind is, it's not what it once was. Colin, yes, he says that Colin is saying that he doesn't put the effort into promoting, but puts the money in. And it's like, I understand. Yeah, right. And that's it. It's you again, Colin. You're doing great work with your Pump Fury thing. It's like you started your page. You know, you started your Facebook page way after I did, and you're already like dominating me. You're doing very well on that, and like the fact that you're sending products across the globe, I love that. I love the fact that, you know, a lad that, you know, a pump player from the UK, a pump player from UK Paintball is sending products out all over the world. And I know it's not big business or anything, but it's still awesome. It's like, Colin, mate, everything is competition, and you are stamping on me. Oh yeah, but I'm out of sync with the chat. Yeah, mate. I don't see the comments that you post at the same time as you post them, and you don't see when I respond the same time as what I actually respond. It's there is a very slight delay on this, so, and plus I'm going right back through comments here to try and catch up on everything. It's like, Christ, if I ever gain any popularity doing this, I'd have no idea how I will actually respond to comments. I would probably just be doing shows where all I did was respond to comments, and thankfully that's not going to happen. Right. So, yeah, that's it, Colin. I don't do either. Albert, have I not already gave a shout out to Mayhem Big Game? Oh no. Has this crashed for anybody else? It seems that I may have just lost the feed. I may have also just pulled the cable out. I don't know. Right. I'm waiting for this to reload, and then we'll see. We'll see if I've just killed it. Right. I saw that there. I saw that there, Colin. I saw your comments dissing me. Gassy, all the copper pipes will go when the Geordies arrive. Gassy, yes, it's funny, but we're not Scousers. Dr. Rush, not many people spend time to put some love into their content. That's it. I mean, the big one that I think of when I think of people that don't really put effort in their content and yet have hundreds of millions of subscribers is, of course, Logan Paul. It's all just clickbaity shit. That I do not know how people like that get subscribers. Right. Colin, not many of the cabinets have doors on them anymore. We built barricades out of them last time. Yes, indeed we did, and also any doors that were lying around. And yes, Colin, I forgot to mention before that. Yeah, I did see your comment. Yes, that stairwell at Aria, well, at Curtin and Lindsay, that you just filled with smoke. you filled it with smoke and then shut the doors so that it didn't have anywhere to go. It was a great way. It was a great way of stopping the enemy from getting up. If the enemy can't see you, they can't shoot you. Well, they're unlikely to shoot you anyway. What we got? All the knicker drawers have already been checked. Indeed. Ben, we are more interested in the lead flashing. Yeah, you get more. Well, now you get more money for copper, but the copper is a lot more hassle to strip off. You can just peel. You can rip the lead. Albert, Christ, 100 first strikes for 40 quid. I'll stick with round ball. The thing is, Albert, realistically, a player that buys 100 first strikes is probably only going to shoot those 100 first strikes. But a player that buys a box for 2,000 for 40 quid is probably only going to shoot the box of 2,000. It's comparative. Yeah. Obviously, with round ball, you've got the lot. Your paint doesn't travel as far and all that sort of stuff. And it isn't as accurate, but obviously you've then got the trade-off if you want to go for first strike. The fact of, yes, it's more accurate and travels further, but then is also vastly more expensive. Colin, they didn't like me flashy headphones. Well, I'm very sorry, but again, things might be changing next week. I can't promise anything, but things might be changing. Artwood, you have footage of a player cheating a generation kill twice. Could make with such great clickbait thumbnail out of it, but can't bring yourself to do it. You know what it is? I've had clips where I've caught people cheating, or I've caught videos. I've had videos of people falling over, and I once uploaded a video of somebody falling over because I thought, oh, it was a bit funny, and I ended up like. I think I had the video live for a couple of days or something, and I took it down because I felt like a right dick and thought he was a relatively new player, and there's a good chance he might not even come back because I feel like I was just being a knob to the guy. But when it comes to cheating, like exposing cheaters, I think there is a degree. You know, you can post stuff if they're obviously an experienced player and they are repeatedly cheating. Yes, yeah, expose them. Or if it's something that is completely blatant, you know, you've got the drop on somebody and you light them up and then they just turn on you and carry on playing. Yeah, expose them. But it's like, it's very easy for people to take hits and not even realise that they've been hit. And I mean, that even though we are playing a game where the impacts are very, like, for the most part, are quite hard. Most of the time you feel like you've taken a hit, but if you get clipped somewhere, like right on the edge of a mask, or like right on the tip of your marker, or like on your pack or something like that, you might not even feel it, and then you get exposed all over the internet as a cheater, and it's all of a sudden it's just like, well, fuck you. And especially if it's some like if it's a really, really well known player, and then all of a sudden you're being bombarded and you get shit all over from all over the internet about, you know, you're a cheater, you're disgusting, and you just, fuck you. And I believe that is what happened to William Shatner. I do genuinely believe that that is one of the main reasons that William Shatner stopped playing. Now, whether or not the fact that the bloke actually played on is unknown. There's some witness testimonies, and that's it. I'm not sure if the live stream's just crashed there again, which I don't know why. Why? But yeah, so I genuinely believe that that is one of the big reasons why William Shatner stopped playing, was because there's photos out there. If you, in fact, I wonder if I actually Google it. Images. I know what the photo looks like, so if it's around here, I'll see it straight away. But you know what it is? I can't. It's not actually coming up. No, I'm not actually seeing the photo. But right, it doesn't really matter. There is a photo out there. It's only crashed on my McDonald's Wi-Fi connection. Well, you know, that is in fact possible. You see, oh, that's lovely, Gassy. That is lovely. But there is a photo of William Shatner standing up with his marker still pointed up, with a hit on his, I think it would be his left leg. Set the quality. Yeah, cheers for that, Dr. Rush. I'll try that one. Set it about 720 for me at the minute, so yeah. I've dropped down that. Thanks very much for that one, man. So yeah, there's a photo of William Shatner with his marker pointed up, with a shot, I think it is on his left leg, around about mid-thigh. Now, this was taken at, I think it was some like Shatner Ball 2002. The photo was taken. Now, it is a photo, it's not a video. Yeah, so it's a photo, not a video. Of course, the problem with the photo is you don't know that shot might have literally just landed and then he's put his gun down. Or he could have played on. Either way, that photo was then taken, it was printed out, and posted all over at the next event that was held. It was then posted all over the place at the next event, and I believe that it was Shatner Ball 2004. Never happened. He was branded all over online as Shat the Rat, and we lost. Paintball lost potentially one of the biggest ambassadors that we could have had at the time, and I mean, people see William Shatner playing paintball, and I just shared a video on my Facebook page today of William Shatner talking about playing paintball. And I mean, this is a bloke who at the time would have probably been in his 60s, maybe pushing towards his 70s, who's given it, oh yeah, it just hurts a little bit. It's seeing William Shatner, a guy who was infamous in sci-fi and stuff like that, a guy who had his own events, who had markers. There was like a team marker made up for him, like a certain limited number of markers. That sort of stuff is really cool and could have potentially drawn more players in, but people slagged him off, and now he's gone. Anyway, right, I'll get back to the comments here. Right, what we got? Colin, don't do it, Artward. Artward, or you could do your vlogs naked. Well, you certainly could, Artwood. But I like your content, but I don't like it that much. Sinker's fine here too. Fine for me, Chubs. Thanks very much, Gassy. I'm trying to lose weight. It's not easy when I like food. Don't give Dexter ideas. We don't want the ginger one naked. There is photos of me on Facebook half naked. There's even photos on Facebook of me in it. Well, there's a video of me on Facebook dancing on a stage in a dress. And Am I on a stable internet? Yes, I've got full connection here. I don't know. I don't know why it's keep crashing out. I'm actually going to try. I don't. This might cause the. I might drop the stream here. If I do, I'll come straight back on. But I'm going to go to Wi-Fi and see if that makes. That should be. That'll mean that I've at least got it. I should at least have a stable connection on my phone now. Anyway, this is going to really kill my data. But yeah, I don't know why I'm keep losing connection on my phone, on my laptop. I hope I don't have this issue next week. Right. What we got? I think we're gone. Don't need to go that far. Right. Well. Right. Ben to Artwood. We need to, you need to design a Dexter / Honey Monster T-shirt. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And Artwood, yeah, it's doable. Albert taking the piss out of the big game. Artwood, I have a rotating ring on his face. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know if you guys are still picking us up, but my laptop, oh, there we go, it's now playing. Right, so I've got to apologise for this, guys. For some reason, I don't know what is going on, but it does seem that my McDonald's internet doesn't want to play tonight. Colin, and if they can't breathe, I'll stick your 5k BBs for 8 quid. That's it. You can't go wrong with 5,000 ball bearings for 80 quid. For 8 quid, can you? I mean, that is, I think, one of the big reasons why we lose players over to airsoft is because the amount of money that the ammunition is. It can't be argued that paintball is, well, that airsoft isn't cheaper. It just is, and that is unfortunate. Strange. Artwood. It takes you 20 minutes to change mags when you're playing with first strikes, as they normally spring all over the floor and you've got to scramble to pick them up. Yeah. Craig, evening Martello, hashtag God of Paintball Photography, time to retire. I saw Martello post a comment before there saying evening, and I was waiting until I got to his comment for it to actually say evening. But now I can't find it. Now I can't see it. So either way, well, good evening, Martello. That photo that you took is friggin' awesome, and that, like, if anybody hasn't checked it out, there is a link in the description down below to a photo that Martello took at that Martello took at NXL Barcelona last weekend. It's one of the best paintball photos that I have ever seen. Go down, have a look in the comments, find the link, go check it out. It'll take you to the Paintball Magazine's Facebook page. It is awesome. It is a genuine, like, that must be like a 1 in a million sort of photo to have taken. It's been shared all over the internet. If you're not on Facebook, then obviously you won't have seen it. But if you are on Facebook, this thing, if you haven't seen it and you're on Facebook, you must be completely blinkered to it, because it's been getting shared around all over the paintball pages because it is a brilliant photo. Like I said, it is a 1 in a million sort of photo, and I've noticed that people are already memeing it, which of course is internet culture. It's going to happen, but it's a brilliant photo. Go check it out. Colin, nothing wrong with exposing cheaters, just don't plaster it all over the title or the thumbnail. That's it, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even have a problem with somebody posting a video along the lines of exposing paintball cheaters if they actually did then expose paintball cheaters, and if it was like a montage or something like that, instead of exposing paintball cheaters, and then you get a clip, like a bit of a clip at the beginning, and then the longer clip nearly towards the end of the video, and then the rest of it's just mild, boring gameplay. You have something like that, and you kind of feel a bit like you've been cheated. That is clickbait. But you go for something along the lines of a full video, you know, of people like Pistol Pete. I'm pretty sure he had some montages of him going around and exposing paintball cheaters. This is probably going back 7 years. He had some great videos on his YouTube channel, but then the guy seems to have just kind of disappeared and just uploads a video every now and then. But he had great content in his videos. They weren't clickbaity. They did what it said on the tin. But then, of course, clickbait sells, doesn't it? So clickbait gets clicks. That's why it's clickbait. And the McDonald's internet is playing up again. But I do think, you know, there has to be a sort of context on it, or nuance when it comes to exposing cheaters, because if you just go down the route of anyone that doesn't call a shot as a cheater, you run the risk of exposing people that they weren't cheating, they just didn't realize they've been hit. But I do think people need to realize that there is a hell of a lot of cameras out there now, and it's probably like a quarter of players now are walking around with head cams on. So chances are, if you're cheating on a field, you're going to be seen, and there is a good chance that you will be exposed for it. All right, we're getting to where people are recommending changing the settings, which, thank you very much, guys, for recommending that. I am down now to 240p. I am down to now full potato mode. Colin, you peeled your head. Do I want to know? I think we need. You peeled your head. We need photos of this, mate. You're gonna have to share it. Send us a photo or something. Or post a photo in the Discord server or something. You peeled your head. All right, mate. Are you all right? And yes, Colin, nobody wants to see me in HD. I agree on that. Even I don't like seeing myself in HD. Gassy, does reducing the I don't know what it's called. Does reducing it down to 360p make my face any more palatable? Thank you. I am just here to be insulted and abused, apparently. Albert, right now this is one. This is what I like. Albert, play D20 dentists. What the fuck? What am I on? Albert, played the District 23 walk-on last Sunday and was not impressed. I didn't like punter hunting, and out of 20 players, only 3 were own gunners. Oof, that's not good. That's a shame, because generally, even for every time I've gone down and played a District 23 event, there's always been a good number. Go home, I'm drunk. I am home, and I haven't been drinking. I don't drink on my live streams. This is a family-friendly show. No. Yeah, so... But every time I've gone down and played at District 23, it's always been a proper, like a sort of a family... it's always been they've always had a good number of players. A good number of players using their own equipment. Now, quite often they do have rental players that are included in that, but that will play along. I'm guessing he must have gotten it working. But yeah, they've always had a good mix, and always been quite regular. There's been a number of rental players, but there's always been a really good number of walk-on players with District 23. So to hear that last weekend, they had a bit of a bad turnout, that's a bit disappointing. But I've got to say that I wouldn't because I have got experience with District 23, so you can accuse me of being a little bit biased with that, and I'm willing to accept that. But in my experience with District 23, that's probably been a bad weekend. I understand, as an experienced player yourself, punter hunting isn't something that we really want to be doing because it's only going to put players off. But on the other hand, I know that you took down some lads that are relatively new players, or some guys that have only played a couple of times and were really liking it. So, Albert, how did those guys find that? Did they enjoy that day? I really hope that they did actually have fun and that they did really well. I'm hoping that that's just encouraged them to come back and play again, because obviously if they've been playing against other rental players, because I would still class those guys as rental players, but if those guys are have had a good time there, it'll have helped ease those lads into playing. But yeah, that's what I would hope anyway. Oh God. Trying 240 now. Yeah, that's what I'm on at the minute. Colin, was his team the red shirts? Colin, it actually was. I'm pretty sure that yes, they did actually have red shirts as William Shatner's team. There was one of his events, which is the one that I featured in the I shared a link to on my YouTube channel, not my YouTube channel, on my Facebook page. The team that he was playing for was the Cavalry. And I believe the team that he was playing against was Tom Kay for the Borg. I think it was the Borg. Right. McDonald's is busy, that's why, yes. Martello, the stream's all okay there. Well, thank you very much. I don't know why it's been so arsey tonight, but it does seem to be. It seems like people are losing connection and stuff, and just unless people are just winding us up, which is also very likely. Ben, do you not think players are lost due to politics? Yes, I think that paintball, for such a small community, we have an unbelievable amount of politics. Do I have the pic of the peeled head? I do. I just haven't gotten around to looking at it yet. But yeah, I don't know why there is so much politics in a community that is as small as ours. It's like, why can't we work together to try and raise each other up instead of dragging each other down? We are like, are many of you familiar with the story of of somebody walking down the beach and coming across a fisherman with a bucket full of crabs, and there's no lid on the bucket of crabs, so the person stops and they're watching them and say, why aren't any of the crabs escaping? So they're wondering this, so they speak to the Houses of Parliament. Yes, so they speak to the fishermen. Say, excuse me, but I noticed you've got a bucket of crabs there. Why haven't you got a lid on it? It's like, well, because when you put a crab into a bucket, if a crab's in a bucket by itself, it'll try and get out. But if you put two crabs into a bucket, when one tries to get out, the other crab will get a hold of it and pull it down. And that happens, doesn't matter how many crabs if you just keep putting crabs into that bucket, that's what'll happen. Every time a crab tries to escape from the bucket, the other crabs will pull it back. And they'll just keep pulling the other crabs back down, and they'll just keep doing that until they're all in a pot and they're all being cooked. And they're all screwed. I'll use the more polite term of screwed. And that's what it seems like we are doing as a community. We are pulling each other down and screwing each other. And as a result, there is becoming less and less crabs out there. Metaphors. Wonderful things. It's... since I've been playing paintball, for a while I've denied this, and more recently I've even talked about it in the show. But paintball, when I started, everything seemed great. It seemed like there was thousands of players in the UK. We're doing really, really well as a community. We're all getting on. It all seemed hunky dory. And then the more I got into paintball, the more I was starting noticing people arguing. And it's, yes, all right, there is always going to be arguments. And as long as there is two people alive, there will be arguments. But I think for the good of what we are doing, we need to put that aside. We need to address the issue in person instead of blazing out on social media and screaming and shouting at each other across the internet. We need to have a word with each other in private. And if you can't agree with each other, for the sake of paintball, we need to shut up. And if it's really bad, just block the other person and have nothing to do with them. Because that's the beautiful thing with the internet. And if you see them in an event, just turn around and walk the other way. And they can do the same. And if it's not that big of a deal, then you don't need to have an argument about it on Facebook. We need to come together and we need to promote our sport and try and raise each other up. And that's my little rant on things. I think I'm watching my own live stream here, and by the looks of it, it's actually quite far behind what I'm seeing. So, right, but yeah, Ben, definitely, we are definitely losing players due to politics, because those politics, they just turn people off and they just go, well, if this is what they're all like, then I'm leaving. Not all, but some, I would say. Also, Ben again, Martello, that pick is on par with Nexus versus Tauntauns. I'm not familiar with that one. I know who the two teams are, but Artwood, I wonder if they both shot at the exact same time, would they bounce the balls off the bunker into each other's chins? Potentially. Bounce shots do work sometimes. At least in Tony Ball, they work sometimes. Martello, I would rather have won the lottery than with the 1 in a million chance. Yeah, me too, mate. Artwood, with the cheat bit, it will fit into a story video, so it will most likely go unnoticed as a cheat, so integrity will remain intact. That's understandable, mate. You know, it's a way that you can still use the video and you can still post up, because it'll, you know, I can imagine it'd still be good content, but it also doesn't drag that player's name through the dirt. Colin, everyone checking their McDonald's Monopoly stickers. Of course. Those free coffees need to be drunk, you know. Colin, I have a pick. Right, let's go check this pick out. Right, what? Right. It's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. But still, how did you manage that? When you said you'd peeled your head, I was really expecting, like, a proper skin flap. When yeah, it still doesn't look pleasant, mind. But not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. Christ, Ben, is that how pasty I'm looking? And right, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to catch up on comments here. Artwood, you have loads of the stickers. I may go check them while I'm watching. Yeah. Ben, working a mobile. Colin, Dexter, go home. You're drunk. I am home, and of course, as I said, I don't drink on my live streams. I only drink cola, fizzy cola. Oh no! Oh no! I hate it when this just like jumps forward and skips a whole load of comments. What we got? Artwood, your Discord link won't work. Could you send a direct invite? Ignore that. So I'm guessing that must be working. Next week, are you going to announce you paid your bills and haven't hijacked your neighbour's Wi-Fi? No, because as long as they don't know, I'll still have free internet. I'll save like £3.50 a month, damn you. It's the McDonald's Wi-Fi. Yeah, as long as well, that's it. You know, the McDonald's, as long as you buy stuff, they let you use the Wi-Fi, so which is great. McDonald's aren't a franchise where you live. No, McDonald's where I live is actually a guy that owns a farm. Not called Afghanistan for nothing. Yes, indeed. Yes, Afghanistan, indeed. Colin, so they all got shit first then. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. And yes, I have the pic of your peeled head. Like artwood, like the Houses of Parliament, yes. Martello, I don't drag anyone down. If anyone says I do, I will drag them down. Yeah. Ben, it happens with all extreme sports. Yeah. I'll agree. I will agree to that. Yes, it does happen with it happens. It does not even extreme sports. It happens with all hobbies and all sports. You know, video games and pretty much any hobby, any sport, whatever. It's going to happen with it. But the problem is paintball. It is so small, especially in the UK. Paintball is so small. We can't afford to be dragging each other down because then we're just limiting the number of players. We're putting people off. People get sick, and they go. They don't want to be. They don't want to be involved in this sort of shit themselves. Anyway, Albert. Now this is what I wanted to get to. So the lads who he took down all loved it and are now on about buying their own guns. Awesome. You've said to wait because all they play is Magfed. You're trying to get them to speed weekends so they can see the different styles. Well, that's a fantastic idea, and that is really sound advice, mate. If you can get them to go and play some other stuff so they get to experience the different things that's going on, it'll be much better for them in the long run. Because the advice that I always try and give to people is start off. What? The advice that I try and give to people is always start off with tournament style equipment. Even if you aren't playing a tournament event, start off with tournament style gear and then slowly work your way over to pump action or magfed or pistol play or any of these sort of limited style of plays. Start off with your tournament ball and then work your way down, and you'll find transitioning from that down to the other better for players as opposed to starting at something that is very limited in what it can do and then being mullered and just going, well, this is shit, and putting your gear away and never doing it again, or buying that gear and then having to immediately upgrade because you can't hold your own or you don't have the skills to hold your own yet. But if you go from speedball gear or tournament style equipment and then work your way back down, the transition is a lot easier in my experience. But it'll work out better for those players in the long run. Gassy, that didn't say Magfed, did it, Dex? What didn't say Magfed? Was Albert's post? Because, well, yeah. Albert's friends have been the lads that Albert's been taking to play paintball. They've been playing at District 23, so they're mostly playing Magfed at the minute, which District 23 is perfectly designed, or perfectly suited for playing Magfed. It's a fantastic little indoor CQB site. What's that? I'm getting a notification from. Haha! And welcome to the Discord there, Artwood. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Nothing happens in it. I keep pimping the Discord out in the hopes that people will join. And then, I've said before that people can join and sit and chat. And I want it to get to the point where we've got a really good online community where people can sit and talk to each other and stuff, and they actually sit and have real-time conversations. And so far, it isn't working fantastic, but every now and then we do get people on, and I'm hoping that we can turn the Discord server into a sort of a proper community where I want that to be always people online that you can go and sit and have a real conversation with at that point, and kind of get your paintball fix in. I want it to be a proper little paintball community instead of just having to wait half an hour for somebody to respond to a post. I want it to be somewhere where if people want to sit and actually talk live, and if you've got a problem with a marker, that hopefully there'll be somebody on there at that point that can go, yeah, I know how to fix that. That's what I want from the Discord server. It wasn't the Discord server. I've said it umpteen times. Was never supposed to be. It was never meant to be my Discord server. Yes, I set it up, but because nobody else seemed to be doing it at the time, and I just wanted it to. Well, like I said, I wanted it to be a community, not my server. That's not how I view it. I keep pimping it out in here because, well, I've got to share it out somehow, haven't I? And yeah, hopefully people use it. It's there if people want to use it. I think I've got. I know Colin is one of my admins. I'm pretty sure Ben is one of my admins as well. I'm not sure about Albert. I can't remember if Albert's an admin, but all guys that are very fair in what they do online. So I trust their opinion, and yeah. So the Discord server's there if you want to use it. Anyway, right. Right. Craig, 12 people, 12 watching. I'm sure for a moment there earlier on I saw 13, but I'm happy with 12. Every week, every week we seem to be getting more people coming in, and that's absolutely fantastic. The fact that ban all the players who don't have pumps, yeah. But the fact every week my live stream does seem to be growing a little bit, and that's great. That's what I want to see, because even if, well, yes, I like the idea of my live stream growing, and I like the idea of more people seeing it, because ultimately I want paintball to grow, and if we can get more people watching it, then hopefully they'll see some of the games that I'm trying to promote. They might not. And they might see some of the products that I'm trying to promote as well, and some of those people might have some business thrown their way or something. I don't know. At the minute, I don't really know where this is going to go. But hopefully, those people that come in here and watch some of the stuff that I'm sharing might get to share. They might see something that they like, or might see something that one of their friends is going to like, and they might take something that I've talked about that I've got in the description down below the video. They might share that to one of their friends who likes something as well, and I'm hoping that can help promote more stuff. So the fact that every week it seems to be more and more people dropping in and watching the stream is amazing to me. And I appreciate the fact that all of you take the time to come and sit and talk with us. Talk rubbish with us. Ben, one has gone to sleep. Right. Fair enough then. Albert, yeah, you're not an admin. Well, I'll make you an admin. Artwood, watching you talk instead of playing Apex Legends. Well, you see, now you can watch me talk and play Apex Legends and kill two birds with one stone. It's like, Artwood, what are you actually playing on? Are you playing on Xbox? Are you playing on PC? Is it PlayStation? What's your system? Because Xbox One, right? On PC, again, I'm lost in track there. On PC, you are though. That doesn't make any sense to us right now. But well, if you're on Xbox, feel free to send us a friend request. And maybe we can have a game together at some point. Maybe, if you want. Because I try and get on. I'm not very good, but I like playing as a Pathfinder. What's my live tag? It's Howl Slash. So I potentially have just getting myself possibly bombarded with requests there. Right. What's that? I'll wait for H. Right. Right. I'll send you a friend request then. Chances are I probably won't get on until tomorrow now, but when I get on, I'll send you a friend request. Thank you very much, man. And yeah, maybe we can have a game. Oh, right, that's it, right. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Colin, you're loading up Division 2. Colin, when you're saying that you're loading it up, you're a PC nerd, aren't you? PC Master Race. Right, anyway. I want to try and cover a few things. So we've talked about that. A couple of weeks ago, Colin, you're on PS4. So you're just a console peasant like us. Right. So, a couple of weeks ago, I featured a product that was being made by Chad Bob's Print Shack, which was a replica. It was a bolt-on kit for a 3D printed bolt-on kit for the First Strike FSC pistol. The Tiberius Tiberius FSC pistol. I can't remember if it's First Strike or Tiberius now. Not sure. Either way, it was a bolt-on kit for the FSC, which made your pistol look like one of the pistols from. I'll catch you there, Colin. Thanks very much for dropping in. So it made your pistol, if you put this bolt-on kit on, made your pistol look like one of the pistols from Apex Legends. Well, Chad Bob's Print Shack has put in a bit more work. And has created another pistol from the Titanfall franchise, which is based on the P2011. So it looks brilliant. It is another bolt-on kit for the FSC pistol. Again, there is a link in the description down below, which will take you over to Chad Bob's Print Shack Facebook page. Go over, check it out. It is a brilliant. It's a brilliant kit. The guy is actually producing some very nice sort of replica stuff, and it's worth checking out if you like your big chunky pistols. That's what that's what you get in Apex Legends, and the stuff does look legit. I can imagine if you were to paint some of these up in like custom paint jobs, or like the skins that you can actually get and the skins that you can unlock in Apex Legends. Some of them would look really cool. They're definitely worth checking out. It's there is a link in the description down below. Go check them out. Look brilliant. And if you've got an FSC, now I don't know about pricing, but I can't go into details on that. But I definitely think that they're probably not going to be all that expensive. But it's going to be something that's going to make your gear look quite unique, because it's only a small, it's only like a guy who's doing some 3D printing and based off his own designs. So there isn't going to be many of these floating around. So if you're running around with something like this, it's going to look really unique. There isn't going to be many people, like, you're not going to see many people on a field with one that's going to look the same as yours. Which, to me, having custom unique gear is a fantastic feature of paintball. The fact that you can go out there and all right, yes, you can have guys that go out there and they're using all they've got that sort of the off-the-shelf jerseys, and they've got the off-the-shelf masks, and all wearing the same sandanas and stuff and headbands, and all like wearing the skinny jeans sort of pants now that people are playing in, that off-the-shelf tournament markers, and they're fantastic players. But when you have custom gear, that's what I like to see. I love seeing where people add their own touches to equipment. So having something that doesn't look the same as everyone else's gear, which you can just buy off this guy and then add on, because they're not going to be all over. It's a beautiful thing to me. It's brilliant. Just going to drop over. Right. All right, and Gassy, I'll get on with that. Right. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think. Right then. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got permission to share this. However, at this point, I don't exactly know how I'm going to share it. I can't share it on my stream, so I think I'm probably going to have to share it over onto my Facebook page, which, if anyone's interested to go check this out, you can then go check it out on my Facebook page. So just make sure that I have got this right before I do anything that I'm going to then regret. Right, so I've been told I've got to read this at the bottom, view image. Right. Where's the back? Ah, right. That's brilliant, Gassy. Yeah, that is actually brilliant. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I have been given permission to share this round. I am, as I understand it, I am, well, according to Gassy here, I am the first person outside of this team to be shown their new playing jersey. I'll see if I can share this to my Facebook page. If I can't, then I'm going to have to save it and then re-upload it. Yep, unfortunately, that's what I'm going to have to do. Right then, so save image. Alright, I'll just save it to there. Right, now, if at any point here, Gassy, you aren't happy with us doing this, just give us a shout out before I share it, and I will renege what I'm doing. But this looks brilliant. Right, now I need to find my Facebook page. Right then, oh, hang on, we've got another product just been dropped here by Sellsword, so I'll raise that in a minute. Right, now, how do I do this now? Right, add photo / video, upload photos, and... Right then. Right, I'm just gonna... Now, Gassy, I'm hoping that you're still there. Just one final check. You are happy with me to go ahead and post this? Right, guys, what we've got? Well, thank you very much for Arwood for dropping in and joining the stream. Thank you again. Yeah. Thank you very much for dropping in and taking the time to sit and talk with me and talk with everyone else and miss out on Apex Legends time. I realise that all you guys are all busy, and I do really appreciate the fact that you take the time out of your busy schedules to come and sit and talk with me. And I hope that I can improve things for next week for you. I hope. Right then. So, I've got the post here. I'm about to post it on my Facebook. Let's just add a little comment. Right. Right, what to say? Let's have a quick look at something. I'm sorry, I realise that this must be absolutely riveting viewing. Alright, what we got? Come on, Lord. Do stuff. My laptop is really getting to the point where it could do with just going. I need a new computer. Come on, Lord. Right. What we got? Yes, right. Right. And... Right, and click post. Right, and ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are still with me, 1 hour and 28 minutes into the stream, I'm finally getting around to doing this. If you head over to my Facebook page, I've just posted a link to the new jersey for the BZ Grizzlies. Which is, as I understand it, I was aware that the BZ Grizzlies had formed up, but that jersey is that is a really nice jersey. It's not bright colours, so I mean there's a little bit of bright colouring on there, but it's just like some highlights. It's not a massively standout jersey, so that is perfect for the woods. You know, It's Anthrax, so it's going to be good quality. I think the minute I own one Anthrax jersey, which is my UK paintball jersey, which is a couple of years old now, but a very, very fine quality jersey. Anthrax have a fantastic reputation within UK paintball. It's very well designed. Something that I must admit I love now with playing jerseys is thumb holes. Since I got me Nest jersey, I don't think I've worn a set of gloves while playing since. It's just a little touch, but having the thumb slots or thumb holes, whatever you want to call them, is lovely. It's a really nice little feature to have on jerseys, because it also stops your jersey from sliding up if you do happen to be crawling around or anything. But yes, that is a fantastic jersey, and I really do love the little touch that I don't think I can actually zoom on that photo for some reason. Why won't you let it zoom? But if you go over and you check it out, if you go over and have a look at the photo, have a look at the bottom right hand of the photo, the bottom of the back of the jersey. If you see it now, Gassy and Albert, now you two guys, and Colin, if you're still here, I believe you three are actually part of the team. Do you want us to read the back, or do you want just other people to find it on their own? Because that is a beautiful little touch there. It's a great little play on an old pun sort of thing. But that's really nice touch. So yeah, do you actually want us to read that out, or do you want people to find that on their own? Come on. Make sure to read the back at the bottom. Still makes you laugh, and you thought of it. Only 7 will know, so read it if you want. Right. Okay, then I'll read it out, but I want to make sure that I do this justice. So I'm going to actually open up, because I don't want to start and repeat this out. Hello there, Heartless Arizona. Heartless Azora. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for joining. You've joined a little bit late, so we're only probably going to be going for about another half an hour, but still, you are more than welcome to be here. Thank you very much. Right. So, what we've got. View image, and right down to the bottom. So, talking about the BZ Grizzlies new playing jerseys. Bottom right-hand corner of the photo, right at the bottom of at the bottom of the back of the jersey, Grizzlies shit in the woods. It is a brilliant little play. That is a fantastic thing to have on your jerseys. Like I said, the play on the whole sort of there's a bear shit in the woods sort of thing is that it's beautiful. That's fantastic, and the design on your jerseys is great. I've got to ask, was that Anthrax's work, or was that something that you sort of came together and got designed somewhere else? Because it is. The art style on it is brilliant. The sort of the not too serious sort of. I don't know. Can I zoom in on this again? No. For some reason, when I click on it on my page, I can't zoom in. But when I try zooming in on the one that you sent us in the private message, it lets us open it in a separate window and zoom in differently. But yeah, the sort of that bear that's great artwork. But yeah, I think that jersey is brilliant, lads. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing that in person. So, have you getting a time schedule on when you're actually going to be able to get those? Right. Right. What we've got. So, back to the comments. Right. Gassy, we found bits and Neil from BZ pulled it all together. Well, he's done a fantastic job, mate. He really has. I really like your jersey. Yeah, that is very impressive. Right. I think we can leave that there then. Right then. So, next thing. We'll drop back on to actually touching on the topics that I normally try and talk about today. But yeah, I suppose what I should really done. If anybody if there's any of you in here that doesn't actually know what my Facebook page actually is, it is, I'll just bring it up here. It is facebook.com/Dexter's PB Lab. That is Dexter's, self-explanatory, Papa Bravo, was it Leo Alpha Bravo? Leo? I can't remember what L is in the phonetic alphabet. It doesn't matter. Leo. Let's go with Leo. But yeah, if you go over there, you can see the photo that I've been sent on my Facebook page. So go check it out. Yeah, great. Thank you very much for sharing that with us, though, Gassy. It's a really nice, really Lima. That's the one, Lima. Thank you very much, Ben. Right. Gassy, 21st to the 26th of April, paid €2,000. €2,000 a couple. I'm guessing that's meant to be like a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago. So is that for the team deal? That sounds cracking. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. For some, I know my camera's over this side, but I keep looking at the photo, like the little chat head thing over of you. That's popping up on the right hand side. Right. Anyway, right. So today's video shout out goes to HT Paintball for their Return to Zavod video, which HT Paintball is a team of three guys. Normally, there's one of those guys. Jerseys, hoodies. Jerseys, hoodies, t-shirts. Nice one. So for the full deal, that's pretty bloody good. Yeah. Jerseys, hoodies, t-shirts. Are you going for names on all of them, or are you just going for names on just your plain shirts and then just the design on everything else? Because either way, it's bloody cool. Right, so yeah, today's video shout out goes to HT Paintball for their Return to Zavod video. Like I was saying, HT Paintball is a team of three guys, and one of them is actually a regular viewer of this live stream, a guy called Tony. Now, these guys, the Return to Zavod game was held at OMG's Return to Zavod event, which was held at the Stan in Sheffield, which is the old Stanley factory in Sheffield. This is a very sort of popular site within the Magfed community because it is all CQB sort of stuff, and it's played in a proper old factory unit, and you've got multiple floors sort of fight over and stuff. Definitely worth checking out. The lads, I would say, being perfectly honest, they need a little bit more experience in that editing and stuff for things to flow a little bit better. But that's only flow a little bit better. They've put together a very well. They've got a very well put together video there, and it was a fun video. You know, you've seen the fact that the footage keeps flicking between the three different guys, so you see. There's one point in the video where one of them gets shot out, and then the enemy are starting to swarm in towards them, and then there's another one gets taken out, and it's watching them slowly getting picked off, and it was because you get to see from the three different guys and keep flicking between each one. It was entertaining to watch. And it's definitely worth checking out. If you need a video to sit and watch for a few minutes, drop over. There is a link in the description down below in the video shout out section in the description. Go check it out. I can't remember exactly how long the video was now. If I have a look here, it is 8 minutes and 38 seconds long. It's a fun video to go to watch. It's a little bit dark at times because obviously they're playing within an enclosed building, but it is well put together. Definitely worth checking out. And it is the same guys that had that unfortunate incident with the police, basically the weekend of this event, which, again, I maintain should never have happened. Not from their fault. The guys, as I understand it, weren't at fault in the slightest. It was a nosy hotel manager that decided to get involved where they shouldn't have gotten involved. But definitely go check the video out, guys. Drop them a like, drop them a share, subscribe to the channel if you like regular paintball content, because obviously the more channels you subscribe to, the more content that you're going to be able to get to watch regular, and you can get your paintball fix on even when you can't make it to a field yourself. You can watch a bit of paintball porn when you feel the desire. you can get a fix on. That's what I'm hoping to do by sharing all this stuff. I want to try and promote UK paintball pages, UK paintball sites, UK paintball producers, especially. But I mean, just people that I see potential in anyway. I want people to see that and for things for what the hell people grow, for things to get a bit better. So yeah, I hope you guys you take the time to go check that out, and hopefully you enjoy that video. It's like I said, it's a well put together video, but yeah, definitely go check that out. Right then, I'm going to be talking about the next subject to talk about is another YouTube video to talk about. This guy though, however, is way more popular. This guy, some of you will probably already be familiar with his work. Jörg Sprav from the Slingshot channel. Yes, I know, Slingshot channel. Now, yes, the guy generally, he does things that are rubber-powered for the most part, or in some instances he does do air-powered and CO2-powered and things like that. But for the most part, his channel is dedicated to all things rubber-related. So slingshots, harpoons, Gatling catapults, all this sort of stuff. That sort of cool stuff. Definitely worth checking his channel out anyway. But not normally one for being paintball related. Now, he has used paintballs before in previous videos, but for the most part, it's nearly always steel ball bearings. But Jörg Sprav from the Slingshot channel recently did a video, in fact I think it was his most recent video on his YouTube channel, covering the Umarex HDS-68, which for those that aren't familiar with the name, that is the home defense shotgun. Hence HDS, and it fires 68 caliber projectiles. Now, obviously, it's supposed to be a home defense piece of equipment, but you can buy it in two different, because it's got preset velocity, and you can buy it in two different versions. You can buy it in I think it's like a 7 joule version and an 11 joule version. Now that is for, depending on where you are in the world, you can legally own different versions of it. Now, as I understand it, where Jörg is, in Germany, it is legal. He has the legal right to be able to buy the 11 joule version, but it can't be fired at home. It can only then be fired at shooting ranges, which obviously wasn't an option for him doing a video at home. So he's using the lower velocity 7 joule version. I think it's like 7.4 joule. He's able to use that at home. Now, the only problem that I have with Jörg's video is that he uses he's saying that basically because it is home defense, you can potentially, anything that'll fit in those barrels, you can stick in and fire. Now, that in the UK would be highly illegal. If you intend to buy one of these shotguns, which I potentially do at some point, if you put anything else down that barrel other than something that is designed for paintball, it is highly illegal in the United Kingdom. Doesn't matter whether you're using the 6 joule or the 7 joule or the 11 joule version. To put something down the barrel that isn't designed for paintball would be highly illegal. But now that we've got that out of the way, I just thought it was a cool video because you get to see especially because obviously it must be perfectly legal where Jörg is. He's putting stuff down there that really isn't designed for paintball. But the 6 joule version also, the 7 joule version, I keep saying 6 joule. The 7 joule version also isn't. It doesn't seem very powerful. Now, I've talked about this shotgun numerous times before. Now, it does seem as if you can fire one barrel, the second barrel, or both barrels at the same time. So yeah, you can fire one barrel, or the other barrel, or both at the same time. Yeah. But according to Jörg, when you fire both barrels, it reduces the velocity because you are using the same amount of gas release to fire both barrels as you are using to fire just a single barrel at a time. Now, that's not very good, but it does seem when he is firing some of the projectiles that he does use, it does seem to have very low velocity. firing a cocktail skewer that he had bunged up to make it the right caliber. I think it was a dart, not a cocktail skewer. Sorry, but firing that, I believe he only got something around about 230 feet per second. Now, obviously, that's at the 7 joule version. Now, going over to the 11 joule version, the 11 joule version is probably going to be well above 300 feet per second, because that is really designed to hurt people. It is designed for home defense. Now, the 11 joule version with paintballs I believe it would probably be somewhere around about the 200 feet per second limit. You see, as I understand it, paintball in Germany is limited. Now, I believe if Dr. Rush is here, he might be able to help us out with this a little bit more, because obviously, I believe Dr. Rush actually lives in Germany. So he will, I would imagine, be a lot more familiar with the German rules and regulations on paintball in his own country. But as I understand it, if I'm wrong, and anybody knows better than I do, of course, feel free to correct us. But in Germany, it is markers are supposed to be F-stamped and limited to semi-automatic and limited to 200 feet per second, which, if the 6 joule version is covered by the same rules and regulations, would mean that that paintball through the 7 joule version, sorry, not 6, would be firing roughly around about 200 feet per second, which is a little bit disappointing, but I can also understand it. Obviously, it is within the rules. Right, so Dr. Rush, thank you very much. We've actually got a response here. 7.5 joule is an average of 210 to 220 feet per second. Depends on the weight of the round. Brilliant. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, that's probably about right with the stuff that Jörg Spraff was actually firing. He did fire, as I said, I think it was the cocktail skewers. Well, sorry, not the cocktail skewers. It was the blow dart projectiles, which were, one is effectively a bamboo skewer and one is a steel dart. The cocktail skewer, I think, fired from the HDS was something around about 230 feet per second. The steel dart launched at somewhere around about 216 feet per second, I believe it was. But it was definitely a very interesting video, considering he obviously could fire different projectiles out of his HDS. But of course, as a UK resident, if any of us were to, any UK resident was to try that would be highly illegal, and I can't stress that enough. You don't want to be getting yourself in trouble by just experimenting on with stuff like this. Anybody sees that, you could land yourself in a lot of trouble. So please do not reenact. If you are in the UK, do not reenact what Jörg Sprav was actually doing. But like I said, it was interesting to watch. But again, Dr. Rush, thank you very much for sharing that information with us. That's much appreciated, mate. That's much appreciated, mate. Right, so that's the Slingshot channel video covered. And Chad Bob's Print Shack. Right then. Now, Albert, you may have seen some of this stuff. I don't know if any of you guys that are still here are into this sort of stuff, but I like old school guns. I like strange sort of guns and stuff. So some of yous, maybe like me, some of yous might appreciate this as well. But there is a Facebook page, which again, some of you, I might be late onto this, I don't know. Some of yous may already know about this. But there is a Facebook page called 68 Caliber. There is a link in the description down below to the Facebook page, but go check them out. They're posting a lot of clips to YouTube videos and stuff. So they're clips of kind of rare and old school sort of stuff, or just stuff that has been manufactured. Or so in the past few days, I've seen there was a video of a guy on with a duck slide Phantom. A duck slide Nelson valved marker. Now, I'm not exactly sure exactly what it was, but it's a thing of beauty. I mean, it is, apparently certain parts of it were custom machined and stuff, and it's a brilliant marker. There was a guy on there a couple of days, I saw a video from a couple of days ago that was using a double-barreled, I think it was a Phantom. There's been guys on there that have been playing using lever action PGP sort of stuff, or lever action Sheridans and things like that. That are sharing a lot of these videos, and they're not even old videos. They're relatively recent videos of guys using old school pieces of equipment, which is so cool. It's something that you don't really see much on fields now, because there is so many players that are going out there and they're buying off the shelf markers. And it's like what I was saying earlier on, people using rare gear or random bits of gear that you don't expect to see. I mean, when I first bought my HDR, not that many people were playing with them. But people immediately, the moment that they saw those markers, went mental for them. And I'm still going to play with it because it is so much fun to use a revolver in a game. But there were so many people who were going out and playing with the HDR 50 that it kind of it doesn't feel as special to me anymore now, because there's so many people out there that it's not unique anymore. But I hope I can maybe find a way to change that a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, having completely unique and completely, just unique gear to myself, or even seeing other players with unique gear, it feels special. And I love to see that. But go check the page out on Facebook if you haven't already, because especially if you like old school gear, or you like rare gear, or just random interesting pieces of equipment, because they share a lot of fun, really fun stuff on that page. And it's also a great way to find other YouTubers like you probably didn't know about beforehand. Right, so that's that. We've talked about the awesome picture from Paintball magazine, which again, if you haven't already checked it out, go over to the Paintball magazine's Facebook page and check out the picture that has been taken at NXL Barcelona. It is a brilliant photo, and that has got to be in the next issue of the Paintball magazine. It has to be. In fact, just talking about the Paintball magazine, do I still have Martello in the chat? Is Martello still around? Isn't he? We'll have to give him a little while to respond here, because I realise that yes, there is a bit of a lag on the channel here, but hopefully Martello is still about, because I've got a question to ask him. But while we're waiting, this week, sorry, in fact, it wouldn't have been this week. It was earlier on last month. I lose track of time nowadays. To be fair, I've never been good at keeping track of time. Right. So, a link in the description down below. Now, you get people that badmouth paintball. People will slag us off to an extent. So that paintball is for fat people that can't run round, or that paintball is for wannabes, stuff. Well, healthfitnessrevolution.co.uk, as I said, link in the description down below. On the 5th of March 2019, so this is actually a relatively recent article, posted an article talking about top 10 health benefits of paintball. Right, but before I get into that, Martello, welcome back. Thank you very much for still being here. I've got to ask a quick question. Are we due a new episode of the Paintball podcast anytime soon? I realise that you've been over in NXL, so I realise, I'm not like pressuring you. I'm just curious, because it's something I like listening to at work. But yeah, as I said, I realise that you've been very, very busy over the past couple of weeks, so that's why I haven't pushed the issue. But yeah, I'm just curious, as if we're actually gonna. Well, saying that, and I sound quite arseholey, I think, in the way that I'm saying it, but I don't mean it to be arseholey. Please don't take it that way. I'm just genuinely curious, because I like to give you a shout out, because you put in effort into that show, and you put effort into what you do with the Paintball mag, and I think you deserve to be promoted. So if you are, that would be awesome. If you're not, then that's still awesome. You're still putting in good work elsewhere. But, right, now while I wait for a response. Top 10 health benefits of paintball. Now, I'm not going to go into this. I'm not going to go completely into this, because I feel like if I just read all of this article, well, there's no point in then you going in and reading this article and seeing what work that these people have put in. But now, I haven't read this over, so it's going to be a little bit of an experiment. We're gonna read some of this together. A few weeks break. Yeah, that's understandable, mate. Like I said, I appreciate that you have got a lot on at the moment. You know, traveling across to Barcelona isn't exactly, you know, trying to focus on focusing on a podcast that you're doing for free isn't exactly a priority when you've then got to also travel to Barcelona and do all that work. Right, but yes. So I'll get back to the comments in just a minute, there, guys. But right then, I'm only going to read a little bit from this article. It's an intense game, considering the fact that you're armed with a mask, ammunition, and a paintball marker, but paintball is actually a fun, interactive way to build teamwork and get some exercise. Of course, the paintball gun is loaded with gelatin shells filled with a type of paint that marks a person or object when hit, so it's an experience that will leave you covered in colour. Yeah, that's a fair summary. Right, so I'm only going to go over the sort of the main topics here. I'm not actually going to read the rest of the information that goes along with it. Like the breakdown, I'm just going to go over a couple of the main points that are like the bullet points, if you will. Adds variety to a regular routine. Full body workout. Now you can't disagree that paintball gives a full body workout. I mean, how many of you have gone back? You get up the next day after a day's paintball, and you don't just have sore legs from running. You are aching completely. You know, your entire body is in agony, but you've still got to get up and go to work. Increases strength. Great for weight loss and overall health. Promotes teamwork, and it's fun. Can't argue on any of those, can you? But yeah, those are just some of the bullet points of that article. Yeah, go check it out. And next time, just save it as a bookmark. And next time somebody says, well, paintball's boring and it's for kids and it's just for fat wannabes, you can send them a link to that article and prove them wrong. But yeah, go check that one out. Go have a look. Like I said, bookmark it, share it on your Facebook. Maybe that gym bunny that's on your Facebook, that's always going on about how they go to the gym and they can do this and they can do that and they can bench press this and they can run so far. Aye, but can you do it with a paintball marker in your hand? And can you do it while being shot at? Get them telt. Maybe you can convince that gym bunny to come to play paintball with you. Right. Albert. It was centre feed desert duck, which is one of a kind, as they were all left or right feed. That's the one. But it was also part custom made as well, wasn't it? That the one that's in the holster, it's a nice sort of silvery looking thing. So I'm kind of wondering that if it would be possible for me to get Chan to help me make something like that. But I do also realise that Chan is kind of getting sick of me asking for stuff to be made now. But I would love to get my hands on a proper duck slide. But that desert duck is a thing of beauty. It looks brilliant, but at the same time, it almost looks realistic. It almost looks like it could be like a desert eagle or something. But I suppose hence desert duck. But yeah, that is it. It's a brilliant marker, that. And yeah, the VMX Sci-Fi. That thing, that does it almost looks like I can't remember what the name is of it. Somebody in the chat will probably know it more than I do. But it almost, to me, the VMX Sci-Fi, it almost looks like the machine gun or the Marines blaster thing from Aliens. It does look really sci-fi. It looks really cool. Yeah. Albert, when you're saying the double barrel Phantom, is it the one that's actually got the it's two stock class Phantoms as one, not just two hoppers? Because I've seen both. They had the double barrel pump action or the double barrel Phantoms with hoppers on, which they're impressive. But the guy who did the gameplay with the double barrel Phantom, they apparently played all day at some scenario event in somewhere in the States with these double barrel stock class Phantom, and that was really cool. You see him like popping two shots on people from one shot. that was really awesome. That, but I kind of can't. I also can't help but wonder how fast does that use up air in the marker. Yeah, it's the 2 stock class. Yeah, that thing is awesome, man. It is. It's awesome. That's what I mean. That page shares some really cool stuff. Paintball magazine, so Martello. Next podcast soon will be at NXL Rundown, or will be an NXL Rundown and live bits from UK Woodland Masters. Awesome. So you'll be out recording some stuff for that this weekend, and that's great to hear. Priority to work that brings in the dollars. Totally understandable, mate. I can't fault you on that. You've got to do what puts food on the table, and what helps you is actually produce the content that people are paying for before the free content. I can't fault you on any of that there, and that is totally understandable. I was just curious as to what if we were going to be expecting a new episode soon. That was all. But yeah, I totally get that. Right then, guys. Well, we've now hit the 2-hour mark. We have gone over the video shout-out, the game shout-out, the big game shout-outs for this week and next week. We have touched on where to play this weekend, and we have touched on all of the talking points for this week. So I think, unless anybody has any quick talking points that they'd like to discuss, I think we are mostly done for this week then. Although I will quickly respond to my messages. Yep, I've seen that one from Colin. I don't know if I've seen this one from Ben. Yep, I've seen that one from Ben. That is nothing to do with paintball. And I don't think... Aha! Thank you, both Craig and Martello, for the like on my Facebook page. Thank you, it is much appreciated. And nope, I don't think that's. I think that is it. I don't think we've got anything else that really needs to be touched on today. So if anybody else has a comment that they'd like to make, or with anything that they'd like to talk about, we'll give you a moment here to respond to that. Because I don't want you to be writing something up and then halfway through for me to just go bye. So yes, that is all of the talking points for this week. So we shall close that up, and that is my little black book of notes that is slowly filling up incredibly fast. Nearly done. Gassy, I thought you were going. I thought you were going for the bath. You're not in the bath watching me, are you? Oh no. Right. Well, thank you very much for watching the show, guy naked. Oh dear. Well, I guess I'm kind of glad that you're naked if you're in the bath. If you're having a bath fully clothed, I think that would be kind of more worrying. But okay then. To be fair, what people do while I'm live streaming isn't any of my business. You're not in the bath and you're naked. Oh, no. That's one for the bank. Dear. Oh, no. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight. For those, if anyone... yeah, catch you later, man. I will be dropping over into the Discord chat for a while. I'll be around. I will probably just put myself into the Discord chat, into the actual chat channel of it. So if anybody wants to drop in and have a proper conversation, I'll be around for about the next hour probably. If I don't respond immediately, it's because the moment that this live stream finishes, I'm going to the toilet. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you very much for being here and supporting the live chat. It's a pleasure as always. Richie just joined and it's finishing. That sounds a lot like my sex life. Right, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. It's been a pleasure as always. Let's see if I can do this without opening